Instagram is a vital platform to connect with fans and reach new listeners. But we all know the struggle of waiting for the likes to rack up and gain some meaningful interaction. With an algorithm that's constantly evolving and billions of potential viewers, it can seem like all the opportunity is out there, but reaching people is a mystery. The key to thriving on Instagram isn't necessarily about posting more, following trends, or even chasing likes. There is a way to channel your energy that has been proven to get more results, and we're here to share with you what that is and some tips on how to do it yourself to start making real engagement that creates lasting connections. So stick with us as we go on a journey to rethink your Instagram strategy and grow your page, content, and ultimately build your fan base and music career. For many of us, a like on our posts is the golden ticket. We want to get as many likes on our posts as possible to prove that we are reaching fans in a meaningful way and to increase engagement that's going to help discovery. But actually, focusing too much on likes may not be allowing your page to grow as much as it has the potential to. Focusing on content that doesn't just get likes, but that gets shares could be your ticket to success on Instagram. A recent study by Instagram strategist and co-host of the Build Your Tribe podcast, Brock Johnson, found that whilst the like can generate an additional 50 views, one share can generate as much as 400 additional views. So likes do help the algorithm, but content shares have a snowball effect. Shares don't just help the algorithm to recognize your content as good to promote, they organically produce new viewers as people share your content to their friends or even their whole page. This powerful multiplier can mean that for musicians, your new song gets heard by hundreds of new potential fans with every share. So making not just likable content but shareable content is a key to increased engagement. Don't worry, we know what you're thinking. That's all well and good, but how do I make shareable content? Well, there are 5 categories of content that consistently generate shares. One thing to keep in mind is that you don't want to chase shares by making content that has nothing to do with you as an artist at all. Think about how you can create content in these categories that still has something to do with you, your music, and the culture that you're in. That way, when you reach new audiences with this content, they're more likely to stick around for you and your music. So, let's dive into the 5 fantastic share-worthy content categories that could skyrocket your engagement. People like to be inspired by others. Share quotes about persevering in your music, how you overcame creative blocks or barriers in your career, or behind-the-scenes glances into your hard work. Connect your inspiration to the journey of the artist, and you'll relate to other musicians and inspire fans. Examples could be, "It took me 5 years of recording demos until I found the sound that works for me," or "That one time I nearly gave up on music until," your inspiring story. Bring people together and give audiences a way to interact with something. You could create a fun challenge that encourages audiences to participate, get involved in a musical cause, or try to produce awareness around a campaign. Examples could be a challenge to produce a song with some interesting samples that you provide, a call to support local venues playing live music, or raising awareness for a charity that helps musicians or uses music to help people. This is the golden category for memes, jokes, and humor. Capture the musician's experience in funny skits, or point out the biggest struggles of making music in a funny way, or even just play on the absurdity of the experience of being a musician. Examples could be me trying to explain my music genre to my grandma, or that face when you come up with the perfect melody in your head at 3 a.m. and then forget it in the morning. Other musicians will be able to connect with this, but the humor should translate even to the least musical of your fans. Hit the right note, and this sort of content will get shared like wildfire between friends. We're not talking about being offensive or inflammatory here. This is about sharing well-reasoned, niche, and perhaps unpopular opinions, particularly ones that might seem like they go against the grain, but that you're sure you'll be able to get some people on board about. Try challenging common myths, questioning popular musical and production techniques, or updating outdated advice. Examples could be the real truth about overnight viral success in music, or don't hate me, but we don't need major record labels anymore, just as an example. As the title suggests, this is content that relates to something going on right now. Tap into trending topics, cultural moments, and time-sensitive events. Connect it to your music, the artist's experience, or the industry to make it relevant. Examples could be reacting to a viral news story, or covering a trending song in your own style, or even combining it with funny, relatable content like doing a fake Eurovision performance edit when it's the Eurovision Song Contest. Okay, so now we know what kinds of content we can create to get more shares. We need to think about how we post. You may be tempted to just go and start posting a bunch of share-worthy content like we've just mentioned, but hold your horses. Remember, your artist page has an ulterior motive, and that is to promote your music. So let's now think about your Instagram page as having two kinds of output. As we've discussed, this is your growth engine. The content you upload with the intent of getting shared and bringing in new listeners. But it needs to balance, and that's where your other kind of content comes in. This is where you focus back on yourself and your music. This includes sharing new songs, teasing new releases, concert dates, merchandise drops, and anything that's focused on you as an artist, rather than focusing on getting shared. You want to find the perfect balance between shareable content that gets eyes on your profile and promotional content that actually builds your hype, brand, plays, and sales. If you haven't got any new music or announcements to make for a while, then that's a good time to start making some shareable content that's going to drive engagement. Then, build on the audiences you've cultivated from share-worthy content when you do have new releases to promote, or a new tour, or anything like that. Focus on promotional content that builds engagement around you and your music at that time. And remember to keep it relevant. It may engage with people if you create totally random memes that get shared by loads of people, but if it's got nothing to do with your brand, then those new viewers won't count for much when you start sharing new songs and tour dates. It's not always easy to find inspiration when it comes to creating content, even when you know the formulas that are going to work best for you. So here we've got some tips for you when the ideas aren't rolling to help you find some fuel to produce something yourself. Watching other people's content is a fantastic way to see what works and what appeals to you as a creator. But look outside your subculture and see what other people are doing. Food influencers, comedians, educators, they might all be doing something that flashes the light bulb above your head to do something truly unique that relates back to your music. But I thought AI was evil. Well, whilst you don't want to just copy and paste the ideas that AI presents, trust me, viewers can smell AI content. It can be a really helpful sounding board. Feed AI some potential from your lyrics, or simply ask it about interesting ideas. This takes out the mental block of coming up with the original idea, but you can transform those ideas and what it gives to you to make it original and relevant. Your insights are your best friend. Keep track of what you post and what does really well, and then use this to inform what your audience is after and think about how you can rework that in the future. Instagram offers a number of content types that you can use to engage with people. Video, like Instagram Reels, often performs incredibly well and is a great place to focus your effort, but images and carousels, they can also be incredibly shareable. So try playing with the different formats even for the same content. A spoken reel could be turned into another Instagram Reel with a soundtrack and a text overlay, which can then in turn be posted as an image with a quote, and then that can be expanded out into a carousel with multiple images. Different types of audiences have different preferences, so playing with different formats can help your chances to reach new niches. Creating content with its potential to get shared around is a fantastic way to spark engagement and get more eyes on you and what you do. But balance is important, so always remember to keep your scales level between shareable content and content that is more authentically you and promoting your music. With a healthy dose of both, you maximize your potential to get seen and heard whilst expanding your audience with authentic, new fans. Get creating and find your groove to make the most of your potential Instagram audience. We hope this video has given you some tips to go away and try out to build on your music career. Let us know if this has helped in the comments below and tell us what you'd like to see next time. Leave a like on the video as it really helps, and subscribe for more. And of course, give us a share to spread the word to creators and help us boost our engagement in the best way possible.